So this, what I'm putting on, if you look, is just the undercoat. And then when I tick in fur on top with a smaller brush, you see the deeper color underneath each brush stroke, and it makes it look like fur. I've been painting fur for a long time. It's still like, lose your concentration on what you're supposed to be doing and when you're supposed to be doing it. It can go sideways. So even though these look maybe like traditional paintings, they're based on my writing practice in painting, which is not traditional. But I tend to make these loops of, to traditional to totally not, and then traditional, and it goes around and around. I often think of exhibits that I make as one thing as itself. They're only together for the moment of the show. So that thing that I'm trying to put together here is sort of a portrait of the way that I have thought about making art since the beginning, and that's portrayed in the writing on the rabbit painting, which is very neurotic, which is kind of what my personality type was in the beginning of my career. And it's been a long career. I've been at this for many decades now, so I don't think the same way. I broke through in the art world as a guy who sort of wrote as art, and that quickly evolved into painting. As the years went on, the subject matter evolved and eventually led to what you're seeing behind me here, animals. I see these animals as stand-ins for me. It's me standing in front of my words in a lot of ways. On the bear, I think I write the piece that encapsulates me the best at this point in time, and sort of the message that I want for this show. The words aren't painted yet, and they're put in charcoal, which is how I write them. And I'm going to read you this one because I think it says the whole thing the best. Amidst the vast wasteland of the universe, here we are on our tiny blue planet, drifting through space and time, falling in love and making art. It's truly wonderful if you think of it. While I'm here, I want to leave beautiful things behind, and I want them to be at the height of my craft, whatever that shall be, and to have my contribution to the world have been as positive as possible. Whenever I paint an animal, I try to give it a human look about it, so that it's part of my painting legacy is maybe European painting. That's where the tradition comes from. But the other part is Disney. I usually work the eyes in my animals to make them feel just a little bit more, have a human presence. And it's not really noticeable, but I'm 100% doing it on purpose. If I do what I say I do and put sort of human feeling into each one that I paint, I think they have a good chance of reaching out and touching somebody now and hopefully in the future. What is the transaction of art and viewer? I think the transaction is empathy. No art exists without someone to receive it, and that receiver is an empathetic receptor. That's how I see it. Someone else might debate that for some reason, I don't know, and I would not argue.